Perhaps you're brand new to assessment, attending your first ever sessions at the Assessment Institute. Or perhaps you've been around assessment a little bit longer and are hoping to become an assessment professional. Whatever might be the case, we're here to help you level up your assessment knowledge and skills. Hi, I'm Keston Fulcher. I'm the Executive Director of the Center for Assessment and Research Studies at James Madison University. We take a rigorous academic approach to assessment. On our own campus, we consult with clients on every facet of the assessment cycle. We also conduct research, teach, and mentor graduate students. In the next few minutes, I'll highlight some resources that may be of interest to you. First up is Assessment 101. It's a week-long virtual workshop that covers the fundamentals of assessment. Next are some free resources that we have on our website. Finally, if you're interested in becoming an assessment professional, I'll highlight 3 options there as well. If you stick around to the very end, you'll see a blooper from this video. All right, let's talk about Assessment 101. This offering is so big, so important that I can't cover it myself. I have a special guest with me. And to talk with her, we need to go into Zoom, so hold on for just a moment. All right, we're going to the next part of our video. This is the Zoom call with special guest Megan Good. She is the newest faculty member of the Center for Assessment and Research Studies, and she'll be leading 101 in 2022 in the summertime. So we have a session in June and a session in August. So Megan, the people out there are probably wondering who you are. So let's learn a little bit about Megan Good.
Hey, Keston, thanks for letting me join this Zoom call. I wanted to share with you all a little bit of my background because I'm so excited to lead Assessment 101 this coming summer. There's going to be multiple sessions, and I'm very familiar with JMU because I'm a graduate of the Assessment Measurement Program, where none other than Keston Fulcher was my advisor in that program. And after I graduated, I had the opportunity to go to Auburn University as their first director of academic assessment, where I worked for 4.5 years, really building out infrastructure for program assessment and general education assessment.
You brought up 101. So tell us a little bit more about that. Like, why should somebody take 101 this summer?
First of all, I'm biased, but there are JMU folks who are the ones that are facilitating it. And the Center for Assessment and Research Studies at CARS is very connected to the assessment and measurement program. So these folks are thinking about assessment from a scholarly perspective all the time. And so the content is just out of this world. So I was able to participate this past summer. I was just really impressed as a participant. But also as assessment people or faculty or whoever you are watching this video, I know you're super busy. And it's really difficult to carve out time and space to really think about leveling up your skills. And so Assessment 101 provides that time and space for you to really invest in yourself and be guided along the way through the help of me and other facilitators in the project. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, you talked about this being a virtual session, 40 hours long, 101 during the summer on Zoom. To me, that sounds like a snooze fest. Why should anybody get on Zoom for 40 hours in a row to learn about assessment?
Yes. Well, when I was a participant this past summer, I also thought, 40 hours of Zoom. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but it's not 40 hours of Zoom. It's a really nice balance of synchronous Zoom sessions to check in, provide context for the day. And then there's asynchronous time where you can engage with material, work on your own project to help foster a project that you're working on at your own institution. And so it was not overly taxing. I think it was a perfect balance of synchronous and asynchronous instruction.
Well, so if I wanted to go to 101, when and how would I sign up?
You can sign up today. We have 2 sessions in the summer. One will be in June and the other will be the first week of August. And that's just to allow people with their different schedules an opportunity to participate. You can register today, and it's first come, first served basis, and we only have a total of 40 spots. And so if you're interested, talk to the folks in your office. That's another good point. You can come by yourself, or if you want to come as a team, we've had a lot of institutions in the past do that. And I think that's really valuable when folks can learn and grow together.
Yeah, how much does this great workshop cost? Is it $10,000, $5,000?
It is $1,350, so $1,350.
Do we have any evidence that this program is effective, Megan?
Well, we wouldn't be much of an assessment office if we didn't assess the effectiveness of this institute. Every year, there's been a pre and a post assessment of knowledge gained, and we see knowledge scores increasing before and after the Institute. And the Institute used to be delivered in person, but of course, due to the pandemic, it switched to a virtual format. And we have evidence that shows that the level of learning is about the same in the in-person versus the virtual format.
Are there any topics that 101 covers here from the JMU perspective that you won't see in most workshops about assessment?
It includes two really important elements that are not often discussed, and that is program theory. So that's the idea of really thinking about the logic behind a program and research-based programming, and also implementation fidelity. So how do you know that the curriculum or the program that you designed was delivered as intended? And so we try to integrate those two components into the assessment cycle for a more well-rounded education about assessment.
So glad to have you with us. I know the 101 is going to be a great time this summer. People are going to learn a lot. And so I strongly suggest you reach out to Megan, email her, or set up a meeting with her to Zoom to talk more about 101. In early 2021, CAR's own Gene Horst and Caroline Prendergast published an article in Research and Practice in Assessment. It's called the Assessment Skills Framework. There they identified and laid out the different skills needed for quality assessment. Shortly thereafter, we revamped our website and curated many resources relative to each one of those skills. Come check it out. They're completely free, and I think you'll learn quite a bit. If you want to go beyond the basics of assessment and take a deep dive, then we have some options for you. First up is our certificate program. It's 4 courses, 3 credits apiece, and it's offered virtually. The next 2 options are both in person. Our master's program and our PhD program in assessment and measurement, which is intended to train the leaders in the assessment field. If you want to find out more about these options or any of the options that we've talked about so far, please check out the description box. We have links to everything below. And if you're around during the Assessment Institute, please stop by our booth. We're going to have a faculty member or 2 that are there, and you can talk about any one of these options or anything about assessment for that matter. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you around real soon.
Thanks, Keston. So as you mentioned, I'm a new faculty member here at JMU in the Center for Assessment and Research Studies. And
all right, peace out, y'all. Bye.